It's time for another trial, guys. This time it's going to be the Glacial Iceberg Reborn trial, or the Scorn version. This is another one that's a little bit older versus two of the units I'm using. Bart's and Warrior of Light came out after this trial, but still, it should be a decent challenge, and we're going to be getting into it. So the team is going to be, again, Warrior of Light. Now this time he's passive provoking, and he's wearing some resistance gear, because you want as much ice, water, and wind resist as you can afford. So he doesn't have quite enough water and wind, but he's a tank, so it should be alright. Fina's going to be my healer. She's got, as usual, the resistance gear. She's a little bit shorter on ice, but I tried it once, and she will survive the ambush with these stats, so it's okay. Nicole is going to be supporting with buffs and stats, resistance, etc. He's got 100 to all three. Folka is going to be basically just giving immunity to stat breaks and stop and some statuses. And she's got the wave cannon to help break the attack the defense and spirit of enemies. And she's got the resistance. She will die on the ambush because she's only a 6-star unit still, because you take some damage even with resistance. But I can raise her, and then we'll get buffs up, and she'll be okay from there. Bart is going to be my DPS. He's got some water, wind, and ice resistance as well, stat immunity. And he's got a holy weapon to help chain, because these bosses absorb wind, so we can't use his usual wind element. And then here's Travis's Bart again that he's set up for me. He's got a lot of resist, which is fine. He'll just be super tanky. And, status immunity, etc. So we should be good. So the missions are deal thunder damage, summon 2 espers, and defeat 2 of the resummoned large birds. For the thunder damage, I've got an item that does thunder damage. And for the mission to kill 2 of the big birds with Limit Burst, I might skip that mission. We'll see. So we're going to get into it. It's going to be an ambush. The ambush is going to AoE debuff our resistances and then use a hybrid attack or a multi-element attack. We should survive except for Folka. Yeah, there goes Folka. And we'll just raise her. It's not too big a deal. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is get Folka back alive. Folka. So let's raise Folka and heal. Alright, now let's have Bart dual cast a Dispel on the boss and begin his power-up rotation. The other Bart is going to use his power-up rotation and use a wind resist buff. We will cover with Warrior of Light. And then let's see, Nicole will resist buff, and he'll do a good mitigation buff. So here we have most of the resistances needed, and without the imperils, we've got all the resistance needed. Okay. The Barts will begin their journey to powering up their skills. Folka will put up immunity to stat and status breaks. Nicole will use, wrong skill. Nicole will use stat buff and heal over time. Warrior of Light. Yeah, Warrior of Light will, let's see. He'll do a heal. Actually, he'll do. Let's see. He'll do that because it's a mitigation buff for himself. And now Fina is going to heal and re-raise on Warrior Light. And there's the AoE physical. And they summon more small ones, but it should be fine for now. Let's see. Bart's will power up again. Did I get myself immunity to breaks? Oh, I never actually cured the blind. So let me go ahead and prime heal. And we'll do that buff as well. I will start doing the thunder damage with Folka for the mission. Warrior of Light will... yeah. He'll buff resistances, and he'll use the skill to power up his buff for next turn. And let's see, Nicole will resist and do that. We'll be ready to actually attack soon. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and break them AoE with Folka. Warrior of Light is going to imperil everyone with Holy, and he's going to do a defense break, a better defense break on the Big Bird. Now the bards aren't fully powered up yet, but it should be alright. I'm going to chain, let's see, their AoE skill and do a wind resist buff. Actually, no, I really want to kill these birds. So I'm just going to chain their AoE skill without any kind of buff. Yeah, let's do that. This should kill the small ones, I think. Wow, laggy. Really laggy, jeez. I guess there's too many targets to AoE chain like this without super lag. I may have to turn off the spell effects for this fight. Come on. You can do it. That was laggy. Anyway. So we cleared out the small bars before they built up too much. And Nicole will... let's see. Mitigation. And mana regen. Alright. So now let's go back to powering up the Bards. Folka is going to use an Esper. I'm gonna disable spell effects for this fight. Seems to be kind of laggy. Bards will power up again. Warrior's Light is going to put up his cover. Let's see. We will mana regen and prime heal. And Nicole is going to resist buff and stat buff. Alright. So now the Bards are fully powered up, so we can go back. We can go to real damaging. Okay, summon more. Let's go ahead and AoE break them and do a resist buff. Folka will Folka actually needs to refresh her immunity buffs before I wave cannon. So let's see. Let's do that. And let's do that. Alright, excellent. Fina is going to... How's Warrior Light's health doing? He's fine. Fina will do that buff. And let's do a prime heal. And Nicole will resist and stats. Jeez. That was painful. So let me provoke for the mitigation. Now Bards will use their good chain on boss. Oh, we're imbued this turn. Lovely. Where is that imbue? So I can look for the icon later. I'm not sure. Let me go ahead and wave cannon, because I'm gonna have to rebuff next turn, I guess. So we'll summon the second Esper so I don't forget about it. And let's go ahead and heal and re-raise Warrior Light. Alright, so I'll do a full rebuff next turn. So are we still imbued? I think I am. Yeah, I'm still imbued. Alright. So I'll deal with that. Let's go ahead and heal and dispel. Alright, got rid of the imbues and put up all my buffs again. Immunity. Ward of Light needs to cover. His good one's on cooldown, that's fine. So we'll do mitigation and resist. And the Barts will chain. Now I don't have Imperil because this kind of messed up my rotation. So it's going to do half as much damage as it would otherwise. That's fine. Alright, he put up mitigation, it looks like. So, actually, Barts will dispel the mitigation and then chain, while the other Barts will wind resist buff and chain. Yeah, let's do that. That dealt almost no damage, and it didn't chain properly either. It did dispel the boss though, so that's fine. Polka will, let's see here. Warrior Blight's going to cover again to get into a different rotation, so I can cover on different turns later. Fina will mana regen, and Nicole will resist and stat buff. And I'll put up immunities with Polka again. Alright. Let me go ahead and Imperil and buff with Warrior Blight. Let that mitigation go in 2 turns. So I'll chain, and let's refresh the buff. Let's see, chain, and just do that. Just to kill these small ones. Oh, they didn't die. Oh, because I didn't break them. Whoops. That's fine. Yeah, let me summon an Esper. Fina will heal over time. Yeah, and resist buff. And Nicole. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of off track here because I messed up earlier. Nicole will use these buffs. Alright, let's see here. One more turn of mitigation. So we'll kill these small ones. Alright. Polka will refresh her immunities. We're going to go for the big push next turn. It's an AoE this turn, so I'm going to go ahead and just guard. Well, no, I don't need to. Yeah, I'll re-imperil and buff Warrior Blight. Fina will heal and re-raise Warrior Blight. And Nicole will mitigation and resist buff. Alright, boss of mitigation is gone, so now we can push him. How do I summon little ones again? That's fine. So let me 84 mana. 84 mana. Alright, we don't need to break the boss this turn. Oh, I'm imbued, of course. Alright, so I have to get rid of that for next turn. Let's get rid of all our buffs actually. Alright, Warrior of Light will strong cover. We'll refresh all of these buffs. And Nicole will whoops. Nicole will resist buff and stats. Jeez. We lost our wind resist buff is why that happened, by the way. Because Barsh didn't cast it. So I'm going to do that and do a wind resist buff with Warrior of Light. So Bartz has his super available. We need a defense break. We'll do that with Folka. Alright, let's go for the chain. Okay, not bad. Fina is going to that's AoE re-raise and mana regen. And Nicole will, let's see, resist buff and stats. Alright, looks like another threshold probably. Yeah, he full buffed and put out mitigation. Figured. So Fina will dispel the bosses, the enemies, and re-raise Warrior of Light. Let's see. Warrior of Light will imperil the enemies again. And resist buff. Go ahead and see if I can take out these small ones. Got him. Let's use thunder damage again with Nicole or Folka. Let's see here. I'm gonna use a good stat buff on Warrior of Light. And let's see resistances. I think this turn is gonna be a double AoE. It's gonna be painful for Warrior of Light. Alright, I'm gonna keep stacking that ability, and I'll resist buff, because this AoE is a stacking ability, by the way. And actually, I'll just double stack that. As I wait for the mitigation to wear off, you can't really hurt him with mitigation. Volca puts up her immunities again. This fight's not too bad, actually, if you control it. Warrior of Light needs to refresh his cover. Athena will, let's see, heal and re-raise Warrior of Light. And Nicole will just do mitigation and resist. Alright, one more turn for the boss's attack, or mitigation. Yeah, really painful on Warrior of Light. So he buffed himself. Actually, we're going to dispel him with Fina when it's time. So Bart's is, well, actually, let's do this. Yeah, actually, Fina. All right, so Fina's going to heal and dispel the boss. Let me do this properly. Warrior of Light is going to imperil the boss and get his good break ready for next turn. Let's go ahead and chain on the boss. Oh, of course, we're imbued, but I was really just unlocking their super attack for the next round, so it's fine. Because next round I'm gonna go for the kill when its mitigation's gone, and Nicole will resist and stat buff. Alright, so as long as we survive this turn, I think we've got to win. Looks good. So Fina will heal and dispel. Get rid of that imbue off of our team. Alright, so the boss is imperiled still, so we're going to break the boss and buff the team. That breaks the defense. Yeah, defense broken. And this should kill him. Yep, got it. Alright, so I didn't do the mission to kill two of the like large resurrected birds with my burst, because I kept killing the small birds before they reformed into big ones. But that's my first time beating the fight. I'll go back another day for the last mission. The main reward was the gun. I think it's like 180 attack with some killers or something. It's good for CG lightning if I ever pull her. Yeah, that gun. And I missed the one unit of choice ticket. No big deal. Alright, so next up in my list is, after Icebird, is, Blood Moon Reborn. You need good mages for that, and I don't quite have any right now. I've been waiting to pull in a good mage banner that comes along. I wasn't really crazy about the Dark Fiend banner. I wanted Saul, but I missed his banner, so if you waiting for him to come back. So I'll probably skip to the Moose for my next trial. See you guys for that one.